Hey guys, Alex Gordon here. I'm showing off my Crystal Focus version 6 upgraded MHS saber. Well, let's see if you can see. I sent this out this morning for some custom work to be done. Hopefully to have the chassis made too. If not, it'll just be sitting here 100% ready for the chassis to be machined by somebody. Even if I get my own lathe, I'm not going to really be able to do it because it requires some milling. So, yep, nothing to show there. So, I'm still working on properly seating all the wires down here. And I've learned that I'm never using this pommel or one this short or shorter with this pommel insert ever again. It's just too many wires going past the speaker and not enough room. Doesn't matter how short you clip the leads on the charge port and the RICE port and put the heat shrink in the wire. It's a lot of wires. Here's my Vader's Vault standard dual diffused blade, illuminated bolt tip. Put the camera down so I can get it in real quick. Okay, got it in. I'm not sure what font I'm running. Let me cycle through them real quick. I believe I have Glyph turned on here, which is the, like if you have a number bar graph. So right there is your nice sky blue, very bright. I will take a minute to explain about the flash on clash. I made a prediction before I got my V6 that if the flash on clash didn't keep the same blade brightness and color and add to it, that it wouldn't look like a real flash on clash. It would just look like the blade changes color. And I will say that I am noticing that that's probably a pretty accurate assessment. I have a few set to yellow flash and a few set to blue flash, but it's not on top of the main color, so it doesn't get brighter, it just changes color, and that's not good at all. So it's going to take me a little bit to start tweaking with some brightnesses so that I can see how much I can add before I'm using too much power and whatnot. This pack will put out about 5 amps, but when you're running 1.5, you know, for like blue and green, and then you want another 1.5 for red, that's not going to happen. So, let's see, let me change fonts here. Right here, I believe, is pretty close to Oppression Stopping Purplicious Purple. It's hard to tell on camera, especially since this camera dims out so easily, but I do believe that that's pretty close. See, I think I have a yellow flash. And you'll sort of notice what I'm saying there is it's not... It doesn't look like a flash on clash. It just looks like the blade's changing color, and it's kind of annoying, I guess, is the word I would use. So, I don't know if there's anything else with this hilt that I could say. Oh, I weathered it a little tiny bit. A little bit down here, a little bit around the cover tech. Nothing too ridiculous. I got my nice green here. It's weird, the green like changes colors throughout the day based on the lighting. When there's a lot of light around, it's like a minty green. Right now, when there's not a lot of light, but there's still a pretty good one on up above, it's a nice foresty green. I had 2 greens set up before, but I didn't have my yellow blade at that point, so I needed to I had one with red flash and one with blue, and the one that I wound up keeping wound up being the one with the blue flash. And it's hard to see on camera, but this does look better because the blue is just being added instead of switching colors. That's the one I skipped. This is definitely my favorite color right now, and it was perfectly configured. Just by chance I got it. It's hard to tell, but it's definitely the most yellowish yellow color that you could get. It's not towards amber, orange, it's not towards green, it's perfectly on yellow, and I'm really happy with it. I have a blue flash set there, and it also looks a little bit better than just the switching colors, even though it is just switching colors, because I actually have it set to be a little bit brighter than this yellow. Showed you that one. I think this is red with a yellow flash. And you can tell that's the best one out of the group because it's red, and then I kept the same red and added some green. And not only is it turning yellow, but it's getting brighter. And this is a color that I thought I was going to hate. I'm not going to lie. This is about the orange color that you could get. The case is more towards the red side of orange. This is right in the middle. It's about perfect. It's got a nice, really bright white flash. Which actually does look like a flash again because it's getting brighter. So there's not a whole lot else to show. I just wanted to cycle through and show you guys the colors. Obviously I haven't put any of my fonts on yet. Just what it came with. And I was just tweaking the colors. Overall, I can notice the difference in the motion sensitivity. How it's a little bit better. And it's not just because I have it set more sensitive or less sensitive. You know, I dialed it in the same way I would before, but it's definitely a little bit better. The 3 amps is a cool feature. Not something I would do all the time. Matter of fact, I'm not even how you have it set. RICE is cool. Like I said, I'm never doing it in that bottom right there ever again. I might try to put it sideways almost at the pommel there because I have about a 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch of space here between the speaker and the CF itself, which is awesome because the CF is even staggered from the pack, so the SD card holder doesn't touch the pack. So, and what gave me the extra room is that I had this choke lathed out in here so that I could put the chassis in there, and when I'm screwing the Saber on, the chassis is not trying to spin too. The chassis is sitting still. LDM helped me out with that. And that gave me about a 1/4 inch to move the batteries up, which really, really helped placement of everything a lot. Overall, I am very impressed with this Crystal Focus version 6. The reason it took so long to get this up is because there was a little bit of warranty work that needed done on it. Something that really no one knows what happened, and it wasn't anyone's fault. We really aren't sure what happened, but Irv was nice enough to get me taken care of, and he was even kind enough to have MH do the warranty work, and then because Irv was going on vacation. So yeah, that was really nice of him. Thanks to you, Irv, and MH for helping me fix the board. Not a whole lot else. It's awesome that the board's the same size. That's really something that is incredible. And I've noticed a lot more heat on this hilt, especially when I'm playing around with rice, because the blade is on for so long while you're playing around with rice, and you're changing this setting and that setting and this setting, that all of a sudden I'll pick up the saber and it'll be, 100 degrees, 110 degrees on the outside, and I'm thinking, holy crap, how is that possible? Well, the saber's been on, running 3 amps over the 2 channels for 5 minutes while I'm working through all the settings, so it's something you got to watch out for. Yeah, that's it. Anything else, I'll just add it in later when I type out the review for this. But thanks, Irv, for having the contest, and thanks everybody else for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.